Hey boys and girls, so yesterday we read together our story Cowboys, and I just loved getting to see most of your faces. I miss y'all so much. Okay, so now I want you to go back and either re-listen to it or reread your story, and I have some questions for you that I usually ask you. Okay, it says, what did you learn about the way cowboys lived while on a cattle drive in the Old West? Well, they didn't get to stop and stay in hotels like if you're traveling somewhere. They didn't have vehicles to ride in. So I learned that cowboys slept in their clothes and used a saddle as a pillow. Maybe you learned that they ate the same thing every night, that they brought their own chef. I think that's really neat. They didn't have a McDonald's or a Burger King or a Taco Bell to stop at and get a sandwich or a burger or a taco or anything like that. So they had to bring their own chef. So those are lots of different things that you could have learned. Okay, so let's also compare and contrast a little bit. What was it like being a cowboy and traveling then using the information that we learned versus how it is now? Well, Ms. Hearn just gave you several of those. So what are some things that you recognize like being a cowboy and what life is like now? Why do you think the author included the map in this selection? Okay, well, a lot of times the author includes map because they want us to visibly be able to see what we're looking at and what we're talking about. So you can see how all the cattle started out kind of at the bottom of Texas and they moved up north to where cattle wasn't as popular. Okay, she wanted to show the towns where the trails began and ended. So what reason does the author give to support the point that trail drives were dangerous? Okay, all through our story, we stopped and Ms. Hearn maybe said some things that were really dangerous. What were some things that were dangerous? Can you answer those? Go back and look in your text. Okay, first of all, if a cow gets scared, one of those longhorns gets scared, they all end up getting scared, and what could happen? A stampede where they're rushing and they're going crazy, they're not thinking, and those are some big, massive animals. If you've ever been around a cow, they're big, they're huge, they can weigh a lot, and they have those sharp horns, and they're not paying attention to what all has happened. Okay, they're not paying attention to people, so they have to run it out and kind of get it together and calm down. Okay. Also, people wanted to steal those cows. They were called rustlers, and they would cause stampedes and then take some of the cattle so that they could get the money for them. Okay, those cowboys were not going to get paid if they didn't get the cattle to market to sell for the rancher. Then also they had to go through Indian territory. Okay, so that was very dangerous too. If they didn't have the money to pay to go through, it could have ended up in a fight and saying, hey, you can't use my land, and then maybe arguing and things like that. That was very dangerous. So these cowboys had a lot of things to be afraid of. But remember, we don't have anything to fear when we know that God's on our side. Okay, so I hope you like this story. Those were just some of the things that we would discuss in class. And just make sure that you reread your story. And tomorrow we will do the writing and the fresh read part of our test together. Bye, guys.